describes herself as, just a minute please, Consumer Arts and Science Department and City College of San Francisco for 28 years, taught inner city students, Vietnam vets and new immigrants, single parents and lower income as they began to live independently in a new culture or a new country. And Sandra is going to talk with us about human ecology.
Thank you, everyone, and the whole team for making this opportunity possible. It's just great. For years, I taught consumer science at City College of San Francisco. And early on in my career, after the Vietnam and the Gulf War, I noticed more veterans in our classes, along with more new immigrants, single male immigrants, and more young men who were away from home for the first time, and also more newly divorced men. It was a tumultuous time in society. They ranged in age between 18 and 50. So I started a bachelor living class, and it was Bildung for men. The idea was to help men who were struggling to assimilate into a society and culture that was new to them and difficult to navigate. I thought if I could sell them on James Bond's glamorous life, they would welcome the chance to learn life skills and be able to fit in more easily and become successfully self-sufficient and independent. To get a captive audience, I put large posters over every urinal in our 5-story building. It worked. I had full enrollment. I took them through the fundamentals for a healthy human life, both all the physical, social, and emotional aspects. Each course, beginning and advanced, was divided into 5 parts. They learned foods and nutrition, everything from purchasing to prep, and even how to entertain with class. We covered clothing selection, maintenance, and dressing for different occasions. As adults, many had only ever worn uniforms. They had no idea how to put an outfit together. They studied housing law and leases, how to create a personal space for privacy and comfort, and also how to clean it. Then we went on to banking, saving, consumer protection, life planning, and then the social conventions for meeting people and doing well in job interviews. In the end, they felt stabilized and more equal to others in college and in society. They became confident that they could compete and be recognized. They developed pride of place at home in their new bachelor pad and began to envision new horizons for themselves. And most importantly, they stayed in school. Many years later, as we dined in a beautiful Napa Valley restaurant, the chef who owned it came out to say hello. He had learned to cook in bachelor living and found his passion. Another student who had been a quartermaster in the Army knew exactly where to get clerical velvets, and he made himself a red velvet jacket in the class. He started a garment manufacturing business in Los Angeles and did very well. And one fellow from South America wrote me a note about how much he appreciated what many women do at home now that he's taken the course. It has been researched and proven that stress, called allostatic load, generates poor health. It happens when a person is socially disadvantaged and struggles to understand what is happening around them in their lives and what to do. By teaching human ecology, the contemporary discipline that evolved from home economics, students experience and solve life scenarios in classrooms instead of the streets. They became able to transition into adult life upon graduation, and they see a way forward. By learning the complexities of human care and development, people are able to see the difference between positive and negative uses of AI. My classes focused on meeting basic human needs, both physical and psychosocial. In addition to the social conventions and skills for making a positive difference in their communities, we taught students how to manage their homes and navigate today's complex social systems of health, finances, consumer purchasing, personal safety, and then just the beginnings of climate adaptation. They felt empowered and finally in control of their lives. The men became less stressed, more engaged, and healthier. At City College, we thought of ourselves as the assimilation department. Remember, it was a port city and there were lots of new people. But society cannot reach every adult for lessons in human living. It must begin early, before the transition to adulthood. Human life instruction used to be called home economics or consumer science, but today it is titled Human Ecology. The name change signifies that it is not traditional and for women only, but human-based and important for everyone. Human ecology is how we all relate to and within our complicated human ecosystem. And now that ecosystem is global. Ensuring an individual's ability to be healthy and safe is society's first order of business. It is the foundation of future human capital for a healthy economy. Yet that goal cannot be accomplished only by top-down government programs, because personalizing the task and allocating resources fairly at scale simply overwhelms the resources available. The burden is on each community and individual to develop the knowledge and skills for quality of life. The most efficient way to do that is to make human ecology a core part of compulsory public education early on, as is math, science, or history. It is human life insurance. As a society, our present choice is upstream, preventive, proactive efforts to circumvent human failure through education, or waiting for the problems to develop and then reacting with short-term treatment, which does not stop the problems from compounding. And they do. Imagine if every child at every community learned not only how to live a healthy, safe life, but also why that must come first before professional success. Imagine if every school district put human needs first instead of employers' future needs. Imagine if every employee had already normalized putting people first before their formative years and went on as adults to put people first as adults. Imagine the collective effect of their professional and personal success on our national economy and on democracy itself. We are creating informed voters. It all begins with each child in each classroom every year learning about themselves and how to navigate a wider and wider world as they mature. Adapted to many cultures and locations, teaching universal human ecology recognizes what it means to be human and how to meet human needs. It does not define people only by their characteristics. Teaching universal human ecology during the formative years before transitioning to adulthood builds national human capital, the core strength of any country. I thank you and encourage you to see my informational website, humanecology.edu.com. Thank you again.